is Emma from Differences Skill, and this is episode 16 of Cards for Dawn. And of course, as you can see from here, I'm doing and as always, the most popular card ever, because it always comes out in convenient times for me. So this is Regalia of Omniscience, Minerva, and as you can see, she has one nice round owl here. I'm kind of jealous of it. I wish I can stand next to her. And she is drawn by Tony Taka, who draws some nice porn and stuff. And if you're below 18, don't search it up. Well, you can search for the safe stuff. Anyway, so let's get on with the effects. So this is a Limit Break 4 ability. It is a Restanding Vanguard. It is Counterblast 1 Soul Blast 3. And you have to ditch 3 Genesis cards from your hand. So let's just read it out. At the end of the battle that this unit attack, you may pay the cost. If you do, stand this unit and this unit gets power plus 5,000 until the end of the turn. This ability cannot be used until for the rest of that turn. So basically it just means you can stand once per turn. So this is the cross-ride version of Regalia, Wisdom, Angelica, and I don't really know why the name changes, but anyway. So the cross ride is from the TD. It's a break ride, so it's a break cross ride. So anyway, let's actually talk into what this card is good and what this card is bad. So first of all, I really like to state that there isn't exactly anything bad about this card. It's pretty much one of the best of the Restanding Vanguard series. Like its effect, like the cost is pretty low, like compared to a lot of different clans. Counterblast 1 and ditch 3 cards is basically one of the lower cost payouts for Restanding Vanguards, and this basically has it. It has an additional cost of Soul Blast 3, but I mean the clan is one of those Soul Charge clan, and they actually Soul Charge basically like 3 at a time, so I'm assuming that basically they won't really run out of souls to actually activate this ability. But I may be wrong, because from what it looks like, this ability will probably be used more than once. Like it's not exactly like Descendant where you're limited. It's not exactly like Raging Form where you don't have a Raging Form in your hand, and it's not exactly like Tetra Drive Dragon either. Where you need a field set up, because basically as long as you have this card out, you can use it if you have 4 damage. And one of the things about Genesis is, like, this is basically one of those indefinites, like, people are going to play 4 of this. It's going to become, like, a main ace card for Genesis. Like, this card is just really good, because, like, besides standing, you also gain 5,000 power, which a lot of Restanding Vanguards don't exactly gain. And, like, the only one that actually gained power is Raging Form, and he costs quite a lot. Like, he's one of the highest costs, like, expended for, like, all the Restanding Vanguards. Like, the next one would be, like, probably Deadliest Beast, Extreme FX. You need to lock 2 and ditch 2 cards. That's pretty tough as well. And one of the cheaper ones is Tetra Drive, but it costs, the counterblast is a bit more heavy. But I guess because the clan doesn't use that much counterblast. So really, some people may wonder why this card is so good, and why Genesis actually deserve it. And in that sense, I would have to say, why doesn't Genesis deserve such a good card sometimes? Because Genesis is really just one of those clans that aren't that good. And like, even though like this card is really good, I don't think it will actually make Genesis exactly like very, very powerful, because like, I mean, like there's a lot of good cards out there by themselves, and like, I mean, what really makes them good is like what your entire clan does as one. So that's like really one thing to point out. And like I said, back to like this card, like you're probably going to be using this effect more than once. Like it's kind of a no-brainer there, but like how many times you use it kind of matters, because like if we're saying that if you're using this card too many times, you might actually not have enough soul, because if you're like, let's say if you use it 3 times, you need 9 soul. It's possible for like the deck to actually not have 9 soul, but it is, at the same time, it's kind of difficult not to have so many soul in like Genesis, because like the clan's main gimmick is like soul charging. Yeah, nothing really bad to say about this card. It has nice art. It's pretty priestess girl, so really like nothing actually like deep. There's like no demerit for using this card really. Yeah, but like, cause like I haven't really like. Of course, I can't actually test this card out yet. Like, I don't play the online version, so I don't really know what's gonna happen. But if it really comes down to it, not enough soul, which I really highly doubt, then it's not really a big deal. Because like from what I've seen in like the support cards that come out, they're basically just helping you soul charge more. I'm really hoping like they'll come up with a card that would help like basically the rest of the deck during the mid game, basically gain some benefits besides like some of the older cards. I think one of the really big downside is like this clan. You can't really play a consistent 12k like beater unless you play the grade 3 like both Regalias. And even then, it's kind of it's a little like disappointing sometimes to say, like, because like a lot of other clients just have 12k beats like at level 1 nowadays, like, or level 2 you can start using them with the effect. Like, you have to go back to the older ages where you have to be grade 3 to actually have a 12k beat stick. I don't really know if that's a demerit or not, but like really that covers a lot of it. And like basically today I just like, this card is basically just covered down. Like, I can't really name any demerits since the demerit is kind of in the client itself. And that pretty much wraps it up for this episode. So I'll be seeing you in episode 17. The 16. Yeah, so I'll be seeing you episode 17. And I am Alex from Difference in Skill, and I'll be back next week. No, I mean in 2 days. I'll see ya.